So now we have given a brief idea about how to configure services in a branch, how to configure the appointment module, how to configure display screens. Now one of the key module in OneApp customer journey management system is the counter widget, which is essential to interact with the customers who are walking into your branches. So how you're going to install it, what we are looking here is how you're going to install it and how you're going to use it in each of the counters in your branch based on the services that you have configured in your branch. Basically, we are giving a link in our user manual through which you can download the counter widget. Counter widget is very compatible with Windows, Linux, and Android operating systems. Once you install the counter widget, you are seeing on the screen it would be like that using the link that we have mentioned in the user manual. As you could see on the screen, this is the counter widget, and once you have installed it, you have to connect to the branch. For that, you have to give a domain name which you can find it from the once you're logging onto the branch. You could see specific subdomain for each of your branches. You have to just copy it and you paste it here and connect it. So once you're connecting, specifically the widget would be asking for email and password. You could give the different user email and password which has been created. Here we are giving a name that we have created for the demo purpose. So as you have logged in, you are asked to give the kind of services the specific user is going to be using and the counter that he is using to serve the customers. Here in this case, it's a registration and counter one. So he is logged in and you could see the interface of the counter application. So we have taken some sample tokens that you can see on the calling widget. This is the calling widget. You could see this much of token, 7-8 tokens we have taken already. Now we are calling a token. So by simply clicking on that call next, you could call a token. We have called O500. You could see that you can recall it. You can uh, serve the token, which means that the customer has served properly. Maybe if it's a doctor's counter, it takes some time. And if the token hasn't shown up, you can click no show. So now in this case, we have served the token and we are calling the next token number. You could see once the token number has been served, we have given provision to transfer this token for some other services. Here we are transferring him to COVID vaccination counter with a normal priority. So which gives a lot of convenience for inter transfer with single token number. After this case, there would be some cases in which there might be certain token numbers which we have to give priority to. Say for example, we have to urgently call token number 504, that we can go to the next to call button and call them directly. So you call 504, which is an emergency case in certain cases, and that token number, if that token number has been coming, we can serve that token number, or we want to show a feature like if the token number is not showing, we could click no show, which means that the customer hasn't arrived yet, and you could see it here on the top, whomsoever hasn't shown. Here you could see that 504 hasn't shown, and if you want to call that token number again, there is an option there by which you can easily recall. Now we are serving token 504. After serving token 504, maybe the doctor want to see uh, different information about the kind of appointments. You could see it here. I mean, there are this much tokens to be called. You could check today's appointments. You can see how much tokens has been served. You could see all the tokens. Say for example, some token, the patient is telling that maybe he has to go to the canteen or some emergency services. You could hold that token also, or you could no show it also. And there is a provision to cancel any token. In that case, a customer hasn't shown or something like that, and you're sure you could cancel that token number also. So these are different provisions. The counter widget has different setting options. So you could see here, we can configure the settings in a lot aspects. For example, there are a lot of general settings which might be useful in different scenarios. You could configure the site menus in different manner, like maybe hide certain buttons, which might be useful according to different cases. And there are certain views which are very useful. For example, like there is grid view, which might be useful for pharmacy in case the token numbers would be directly displayed on the counter widget itself. And in pharmacy, it might be very useful. You could see that in this manner, the token numbers would be displayed. Because someone comes to the pharmacy with a prescription, maybe someone with a lot of medicines would take some time to gather the medicine. So maybe that token may be taking some time. And if other tokens are getting ready, the counter officer can easily call token number according to which prescription has been ready. So there are a lot settings which is very useful.